So, hello, gorgeous. This is the, oh man, I cut it off at the top. And I can't put my glasses on. I've really got myself in a mess now, haven't I? It's that weird brand, Montagne Jeunesse, Seventh Heaven Tea Tree Peel Off. And in the back it says tea tree, witch hazel, and Canadian willow herb. So anyway, this is the kind Cheryl used back in week 1, and I don't think I have ever done a peel-off mask. Well, that's not true. I don't think I've done one since my high school days or something. Okay, so now I let it dry and then I peel it off, and we'll see what it does. It's supposed to be a deep cleaning mask, it says. So it seems like I am destined to clean my pores deeply on a weekly basis. Okay. I have another beautiful story for you. You know how in 9th grade, you sit down and you make out a plan for your high school years. And you're entitled to have, I don't know, one elective, I guess. Since I was in marching band, though, that counted as my physical education. So I had to pick an elective besides, music, besides band. Peeling off my hand. Okay. And so my best girlfriend had taken acting lessons at the Alley Theater in Houston, and she said, let's take drama. And being easily led and having no other preference, I said okay. So that summer between 9th and 10th grade, she moved to California. So 10th grade came around, and I went it alone into this thing that I had no knowledge of, and walked into the first day of drama class, and by the end of the hour, I knew I was not going to be majoring in music after all. I was not going to be a high school band teacher. I was going to perhaps be a drama teacher, but I didn't know. I just knew I was going to be in theater. So I approached my drama teacher after class. I'm serious. After 1 hour of a lecture on Greek and Roman theater, if you can imagine. And said, if I want to major in drama, where should I go to college? And her name was Mrs. Starr. She later, Miss Starr. A couple months later, she got married, and her name was Mrs. Lang. Anyway, she said, you need to go to Lon Morris College in Jacksonville, Texas. Lon being L-O-N, short for Alonzo. And she said the distinct advantage is that, well, first of all, it's the best theater department in the state. And second, you spend your first 2 years of college that way, it being a junior college, directing and designing and acting instead of sweeping the stage as you would be doing if you're going to a 4-year university. And so that sounded good to me. And every year on college day, when the recruiters from the various universities come to your high school, you have a choice of 2, I believe. And I always picked Lon Morris, and then I'd pick some other random university, because keeping in mind that after Lon Morris, I'd be going somewhere. So in the fall of '73, my mommy and daddy loaded up the car with my clothing and makeup and sheets and blankets, and proceeded to Jacksonville, Texas, about four hours north of Houston. And Josie made the poodle, and we went for the drive. I never even went to the campus to check it out and see if it was where I just knew from the beginning. So arrived in Jacksonville, Texas, which is kind of deep East Texas. It's south of Tyler, north of Lufkin, northwest of Nacogdoches. And I was there for 2 years. And I spent a lot of time sewing because they found out I took sewing, one semester of sewing in high school. And but by the time I lost, I had directed a sophomore one act, and I knew I wanted to be director. So I had then been told by one of my teachers there at Lon Morris that the best place to go then was University of Texas because they had a great directing department. But more about Lon Morris. Lon Morris was originally called Alexander Collegiate Institute, and if Lon Morris still existed, it would be the oldest junior college in the state. When it folded, which I believe was about 3 years ago, it was the oldest junior college in the state. In my lifetime, certainly as long as I have known about Lon Morris, which was since 1970, it was famous for 3 things. It was famous for its drama department, its basketball team, and for its Methodist ministers, small Methodist junior college. And my time there was magical, and I just don't know how I can explain this to you. It was a magic time in my life. The people that I met during those 2 years, if I were to see them today, and I will see them in October, we will probably resume the conversations we left off with back in October of 14. There have been a couple drama major reunions, and it's drama majors who graduated between 72 and 76, although not very many. I don't think anybody from 76 attended the last reunion, so we might just make it 72 to 75. But a lot of the people who graduated in 72 and 73 came back to visit while I was there. And so it's those 4 years, that 72, 73, 74, and 75, that have this real closeness that we feel. But yeah, there were 2 reunions that I didn't make it to for various reasons. I believe in 2012 and 2013 in Houston. The first one I attended was October of 2014 in Jacksonville. And our next one will be, we've decided to do it every 2 years now, so the next one will be October of 2016. What happened was the president of the, this is as best as I understand it. I may be weird on the details, but as I understand it, the president of the university decided that Lon Morris College would benefit from having a football team, and basically bankrupted the college. I'll never understand the logic, but apparently it wasn't enough to have one of the best drama departments, best Methodist religion major departments, and best basketball teams in the state. Apparently that wasn't enough. And so he bankrupted the college, and it's dead now. When we were there, it was very sad. The gentleman who bought the Fine Arts building and a couple other buildings with an idea of holding weddings and events in them was kind enough to let us tour the building, and it was a very sad thing to see this building that had once been so alive looking completely dead. It was absolutely heartbreaking. My friend Tom, who I've mentioned various times, is a Buddhist. And he told me that, like you have soulmates that you meet in your life, there are also soul groups, and they are larger groups of people that you have perhaps been with in previous lives or were meant to be with, or for whatever reason share this connection that is so deep that it just absolutely, it can't be broken. And that's how, as far as I can tell, we all feel, those of us who attended that college during those years, the drama majors, and some of the art majors too. I will be putting up photos throughout this. I realize now I'm not being very successful at verbalizing and conveying this feeling to you, but when I revisit that place and revisit those people, it's the same feeling every time. It's magic. Part of it has to do, I guess, with the magic of theater. Part of it has to do with many nights sitting out around a fire telling stories and drinking beer, and I don't know. I didn't have anyone else's junior college or college experience. I can only tell you that when I was in the theater department at University of Texas, I got a great education, but I never felt that magic. It's kind of funny, the first semester, the very first thing, if you're a drama major at Lon Morris, the very first thing that you do is you do a talent show. You know, you arrive a week before classes start and you put together a talent show and you get to meet everybody. And the year I was there, the very first song in the talent show was the first song from a musical called Pippin, called Magic to Do. And so it's kind of funny that that was the first song, because that's what the next 2 years was. It was just doing magic and being magic. There was a place in Jacksonville at that time called Love's Lookout. And what it was an amphitheater, very much in the style of ancient Greek amphitheaters. If you stood at the top, you were looking out over East Texas. And if you walked downstairs, then you walked down to the where the audience sat. And is my understanding that there were Easter services out there, and also that the theater department in older days had done medieval miracle plays and passion plays out there for Easter. Can you imagine that, with a sunrise coming up as you were watching this? It has to have been glorious. But by the time I was there, it was really kind of crumbling and not really in a good position to do that anymore. And it's now been torn down, which is very, very sad indeed. There was also another place that we used to go. Sorry, getting dry. One moment, please. Called Funny Rocks. And you've got a lot of red dirt in Jacksonville, and these rocks, some of them can be called funny because of their funny shapes, but true funny rocks, if you shake them, they're usually round, and you shake them, you can feel another rock inside. And I was once told that what they are is they're fossils of bubbles. I don't know if that's true. There's actually a video somewhere here on YouTube by a guy out at Funny Rocks. Anyway, a total stranger to me. But our deal was going to Funny Rocks on Friday and or Saturday nights, and with a keg of beer and sitting around a campfire just telling stories. It was a great time. Okay, I am not quite dry yet. I'm going to pause and come back in a few minutes and peel this off. Okay, so I'm back. So I got a little star here at the bottom, right in here. Needs a few more minutes, but while I wait for it 2 or 3 more minutes, I did want to tell you about the fate of Lon Morris. The gentleman who purchased it, those few buildings I mentioned, it didn't work out for him. So a group of people who have bought it, I'm not sure who they are, but it is a nonprofit organization, and they do plan to use it for a theater. I think it's called Jacksonville JPAC, Jacksonville Performing Arts Center. And so if they are up and running when we go in October, maybe we can see a show. But I don't know. I hope that works out for them. Anyway, if any of my fellow lawn morons from the past or present watch this video, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to describe how it felt to be there. That magic, that beauty that we still feel every time we get together. I hope I imparted something, though. Ooh, it's very soft. It's very soft. Okay. It's stuck. I'm going to be like this forever. Okay, I'm going to lose some hair. I can't afford to lose any hair. Uh-oh. Darn it. I washed my hair right before, sort of deliberately, because I thought I'd, have it back from my face easier that way. But it looks like I managed to get some of my hair anyway. Like I didn't learn anything from watching Cheryl's video. Okay. I'm going to let that hang there and see how this looks. Okay, yeah, it did some serious deep pore cleaning here. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, oh my gosh. Serious deep pore clean. And it looks really, it feels really soft too. So I'd say this one is a success. This is a, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I think I'm going to have to go wet it. Anyway, this is a cruelty-free brand. So I would encourage you to buy this one. I hope I made some sense in this video. It was the most beautiful time of my life. And I'm going to insert one more picture at the end of a small group of us who were the officers of Delta Psi Omega, which is National Dramatic Fraternity for junior colleges. And there's something about this photo, I think, that captures the way we felt. And I hope it imparts the feeling to you. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Love y'all. Bye.